Welcome back, folks, to Let's Replay Mystic Quest, and when last we left off, Jim started on his grand adventure by being thrown down a waterfall by Dark Lord and plummeting to his doom. But he survived! This is because Jim drinks plenty of milk, which means that his bones are super strong, and actually I have no reason to explain how Jim managed to survive that fall, apart from the fact that Jim is the main character, which means that he takes dramatically less fall damage in any situation. After all, he went ouch in a situation where most people would be exceptionally dead. Exploring around, we found the village of Topple, and Topple had for sale a helmet made of iron. And we've killed quite a lot of enemies so that we could afford that iron helmet, and we now have that iron helmet. It gives us one more defense point, which is a substantial difference. It does mean that we'll take slightly less damage from enemies. It won't really show up right now, but when we find tougher enemies, it will make all the difference. We now need to go and find Bogard at the falls, and I do remember something about a girl with the power to find the Tree of Mana. I'm sure it's not important. Let's go. By holding the D-pad and pressing the attack button when the bar is full, we fly across the screen and deal damage to everyone we come in contact with. That move unfortunately has a tendency to get you into trouble, because sometimes you'll end that move in a place where you'll get hit by an enemy. And by walking right, plot happens! Help! Help! This is peril! This woman is in trouble! A single mushroom enemy is attacking her! Let's talk to her. Hazim's got a serious wound! We can't talk to Hazim, and if we kill this opponent, we can have more dialogue. But you know what we can do? We can just leave if we want to. Okay, we'll come back. Help! Help! And there's still only one mushroom enemy. Have at thee, mushroom foe! You have been bested. Hazim's got a serious wound. We'll go check it out, don't worry. I'm sure he's absolutely fine. Oh, please, take this girl to Wendell and see Bogard. He will take care of the rest. Hazim? Hazim! Hazim passed away. Yep, 2 people have died in a short period of time. Did I mention that this game has its grim and dark moments? Oh no, don't leave me alone, Hazim! I'm looking for that Bogard too. Why don't you come with me? Oh, can I? I can't leave you here alone. I'm Jim, with a Y. You know Jim's spelt with an I, right? No, it's the correct spelling. Jim with a Y. So Jime. No, it's Jim. Why does everyone keep saying it's Jime? Oh, never mind. I'm Jim. Call me Skye. And now Skye will come with us. Skye can't be hit by any opponents. Skye also allows us to use the Ask command. Let me treat your wounds, Jim. Skye will heal your hit points, slowly to maximum, or to a fair amount if you're really low on hit points. The keyword is slowly though. If you're at really low health and you ask Skye to help you while you're in combat, there is a high chance that you will just die. We need to go and find Bogard. Let's go and do that, shall we? We got hit there, but that's okay, because we can ask her to tend to our wounds. This pretty much makes Inns obsolete right now, because we can just recover all of our health. When we get a situation where we can use magic, she can't replenish that, so we'll be able to take advantage of Inns then. We're okay for the moment though, we've only took 1 hit point of damage. We'll just kill all of these enemies, and we killed that enemy with a single hit, which is good. We need a lot more money though, about another 90 or so. And here is another foe that we can defeat, but there are more foes over here that are far more dangerous. These enemies, that will take a lot more damage. Well, not that one, but that one certainly will, and that one is dangerous right now. We want to go to that cave. We can't get to that cave, however, because we don't have the item we need to navigate that cave that we will be finding the other entrance to soon. We're going to head this way now, and here is actually quite dangerous. Having a Skye around will be very handy. Alright, we're going to replenish our health right now. Let me treat your wounds, Jim. Why do you keep saying that? Well, that is your name. Never mind. We could go this way, and over here is another way up. This is the way up that we want to go. Up here are quite a few enemies. We need to be careful as the platforms here are rather small. These enemies just jump around and look really happy while they're doing it. It's like, whee! Oh god, we're being killed! And then they are dead. You always want to make sure that you're at as high a health as you can feasibly get yourself when you go into a new area, because you never know where the enemies might appear. They might appear right next to you, and there might be a lot of them. But we gained a level up, which means that our power is going to rise to 6. We are far, far mightier than we were before. And we can kill these enemies in 2 hits, which is fine. Our health is now 21. But here is the waterfall. And here is the house of Bogard, the knight. He walks around very slowly and looks very old. Let's go and talk to him, shall we? Excuse me, I'm looking for a man named Bogard. He doesn't say anything. I don't know anything. Don't you? Nothing at all? Absolutely nothing. I'll keep saying that until you go away. But we're not going to go away. Go away! Huh? That is the pendant of mana. My mother gave me this. Are you the Gemma Knight? Yes. It was when Vandol was trying to conquer the world with the power of mana. We fought against them to retrieve the peace, but we were losing. The power of mana was too strong. But there was a lady who assured our victory. That lady had that pendant on her chest. Seems like this girl is the key for this time. This time? The world is in peril, boy, don't you know? You're the hero. Am I? Oh no, the world is doomed, isn't it? Take the mattock in the next room. Go to the cave on the east side of the mountains. Use mattock to break the rocks in the cave. See Sibba in a town called Wendell. He knows more. Thank you very much. No problem. Now please go away. If you go and try to talk to him again, he says something else too. You can buy the mattocks at the item shops also. Go to the cave on the east side of the mountains. I've already told you this, but I'm going to repeat it. Use mattock to break the rocks in the cave. See Sibba in a town called Wendell. Have you remembered that name? I think I have. Good. Now go away. And if we go up here, we will find the mattock. Mattock is an item that we're going to be using a lot. We can use it to break down walls. We can also use it to damage enemies, but we're not going to be doing that. There are no enemies here, but there are enemies here. It is time to fight and defeat all the foes that we can. And we could defeat them, but we'll just head this way instead. And best these foes! After all, leaving those foes on that screen means that when we come back there after heading the other way, we can fight even more enemies. We need to be a little bit careful though. Aha! More candy! Marvellous. And I like the fact that the chests just sort of bounce around everywhere when you hit them. It's quite nice. We're going to have to take advantage of the fact that we can move chests in later dungeons to solve puzzles, as this game has quite a lot of puzzles. Need to be careful here, and best that foe, and best this foe as well. We need to get a little bit more money, however. We don't yet have 150 gold pieces that we're definitely going to need pretty soon. Have at thee! And thee was had at. We could do something in here, if we had a mattock. It's a good thing that we have a mattock, isn't it? By equipping the mattock, we can use it with the B button. And now these rocks are gone, and there are enemies in here for us to defeat. Flying enemies, jumping enemies, enemies that will most certainly try and kill Jim and Skye. Although they'll only hit Jim, which is handy, because if they killed Skye, we'd be in a bit of bother. Alright, we'll just, oh, we got hit there. I will get hit quite a bit. The controls are a little bit cumbersome in the fact that you can't move diagonally. Aha! More candy! Marvellous. But we don't have a sweet tooth, so we're not going to be eating that. Not yet, anyway. Alright. Are there enemies here? No, but if you were to leave and then come back, there will be enemies. I do like that. If you leave a cave, or if you go out of a town, there tends not to be enemies in the screen immediately after you leave. Alright, we need to get a little bit more money, so we'll go here. Aha! More foes! And that area to the north there is actually far further in the game. The map is actually not that big, but a few areas do overlap a tiny bit. Alright, a little more money. Need to defeat you too. There we go. A a little bit more. We need about another 10, 20 coins. And we need to be a little bit careful here because we're in a narrow area and that foe there deals quite a lot of damage. And you have been defeated. And with 150 gold, we can finally move on. Because we're going to be buying something the next opportunity we get. Hello, you! Goodbye, you! You are pitifully easy now. Over here is a shop, and we're going to be buying something here. It doesn't have a sign saying it's a shop, but it is a shop. Let's go in and talk to this person. Hello! One and only battle axe for only 150 gold pieces. Want it? He's not kidding. That is the only battle axe in the game. There are other axes, but there is only one battle axe. We want that. Great! And now we have it. How about some items? Why not, eh? We don't want any of them right now. We may want some keys later. It's swampy ahead. Be careful. No problem. We're going to equip that axe. We currently have an attack power of 10. With the axe it goes up to 14. The axe also has a different ability. You could throw it. And the axe can also destroy trees. And it has a different appearance, which is a nice touch. We want to best all of these foes because we want to actually buy some keys. What else do you have available, sir? You don't have any... you do have some mattocks available. We may want to actually buy some mattocks as well. And it'll always inform us that it is swampy ahead, and we need to watch out. Remember those enemies I said before that were way too tough for us? Some of these enemies couldn't even be hurt without the battle axe. The battle axe will hurt them, but very slowly. If we didn't have a lot of power, some of those enemies would take 3 hits rather than 2. We want to defeat all of these foes, and this stuff in front of us can be destroyed, but not with the battle axe. Fortunately, we leveled up, which is good because that enemy hit us for quite a bit. We want to improve our wisdom, which means that we get even more magic points, and we want to defeat you. Goodbye, sir. You are no more. There are more foes over here for us to best, like you and you. Might as well kill everything and get a few mattock while we're at it. Would you like to come this way, sir? Would you like to not turn invisible? You can turn invisible, and I think you can hit us even when you're invisible. Never mind, you're dead. We can actually go south here. Not a bad idea. We'll just fight even more foes, like you. And this has a very large swing, which means it can hit multiple enemies, and we have enough money for more mattock. We're going to have a fair amount of mattock. We're also going to have quite a few keys and other items that we accumulate and use on our journey, because many of the dungeons have the same kind of mechanic of using keys to open doors and mattock to hit certain walls so that you can get through. It can actually be used to destroy walls. We haven't been told that yet by the game, but we can use it to destroy walls. We now have more mattock. Only a few uses of it though for each thing of mattock that we buy. It's going to be a long time before we get an unlimited mattock, that's for sure. Also, I love this game. This is a really fun game, and I'm having huge amounts of fun. Aha! Pure. That is useful to have. That will resist, or rather cure poison. It won't resist poison, that was the wrong wording. Because we will still be poisoned like that. We need to use this because that is an important thing to get rid of. By pressing B, we now are no longer poisoned. I could have actually asked Skye for help, but that would have only sort of negated the damage. If we'd have been hit at any point, we'd have took a lot of damage and maybe died. After all, we didn't spend any... Aha! These foes are actually immune to axe. So we can't axe them any questions at all. We want to avoid these foes and head this way, and find a foe that we can defeat. We'll find something to defeat that foe with later. We want to cross this bridge and head to an area that will be able to help us out. Here is a very large inn. We're going to talk to this person who doesn't look suspicious at all. Welcome to Kent's. Rooms ahead are occupied. Please feel free to use the western room. You can't get past this door. It's for Mr. Lee. No problem. We'll just head north and talk to the people in here. Hello, how are you two? The mystic mirror reveals people's true colours. I heard that the man here threw it away in a cave. I wonder why he'd do that. That seems very suspicious. Hello, you! You definitely look like a white mage from the Final Fantasy games. Lizardmen's nest is to the south. They have the key to open the cave of Marsh. That's probably the cave where that mirror is. Thanks for letting me know. I'm sure I won't need to remember any of this. We're going to go up here and rest in this room. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. And if we walk onto this bed, a cutscene will happen. Or is it this bed? It's that bed. Cutscene time. Jim? What is it? I think you should be able to use cure magic. Really? What makes you think that? Well, you're the main character of the story, so magic is something you can do. You have magic points after all. I do? Have you looked at your stats screen? Oh yeah, so I do. Yeah, it should help. Read this. Also, why are you holding your shield in bed? You never know when combat may happen. Jim? Yes? You're an idiot. I'm not an idiot. I'm an adventurer. We have to be ready for the call for adventure at any point. Never mind, just read this. Receive the magic book of cure. Learned cure. Good night. Good night. And then sleep. Ah, new victim. Uh-oh. We're alone. Skye is missing. Where has she gone? Has she been taken? Is she the new victim? This is all very ominous. You know what we're going to do? We're going to fly around. Or cure, because right now we have that pure selected, don't we? Never mind, I did something silly and wasted something. I'm sure it'll be fine. How do we actually unselect that? I don't think we can unselect it. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually select our magic. It's handy we were given cure when Skye disappeared. By pressing B, we can cure ourselves and restore some of our health, which is handy because we do have some healing items here, but we don't have an unlimited supply of them. Let's go talk to this guy. Welcome to Kent's. Rooms ahead are occupied. Please feel free to use the western room. You can't get past this door. It's for Mr. Lee. Your friend? No, I do not know her. Why did you laugh like that? Sorry? Why did you laugh like that? No reason. I'm just so happy to be working here. So happy. Yes, that's right, you leave. Little do you know that she is here. You're laughing again. Yes, I love working here. Love my job, standing in front of a door. Alright then, I'll leave. And now we are alone. We are alone once more, and we have to find her. She's very important. And let's throw this axe and deal loads of damage by doing so. We need to go to the area where the lizard men are, so that we can go and get the key to head to the marsh cave. And why do we know to do that? Because the game blatantly told us that we need to go and do that. Also, we can go and rest at that inn whenever we like. Nothing bad will happen to us. I hope anyway. And then we disappear as well. No, actually, nothing bad happens to us. If we go down here, we find the lizard men. And the lizard men are very difficult. If we didn't have a lot of power, we'd only be dealing a small amount of damage and would have to hit them 3 times, and they hurt. So I'm going to wait for them to come to us, and by us I mean just Jim, because Jim is the only one here. And a few more hits, you're nearly gone. Marvellous, we found a cure, always handy, and you're going to be defeated soon as well. And when they're all gone, we find the bronze key. And that key will help us get into the Cave of Marsh. Goodbye, weird sort of jellyfish thing. I have no idea what you are. But we're going to head up here, and into the Cave of Marsh, where we will meet somebody who's very helpful. But unfortunately it's locked. The only way we can get into here is if we use the key. And that unfortunately switched things around. I want to use this item. There we go. We are in the Cave of Marsh. And here is a gentleman who could be very helpful. Your friend is missing? Yes, indeed she is. Many girls have disappeared in that place. They must be kept in the caskets at the basement. How do you know there are caskets at the basement? I just do. Call it intuition. Looking for the mirror? Do you want me to help? Sure, we'll have you help. What's your name? My name's Jim, with a Y. So, Jime. No, it's Jim. Why does everyone keep saying that? I'm sorry. My apologies. My name is Man. You don't have another name apart from Man? No, I don't. And now we shall ask him for his advice. Some walls may be broken with star or mattock. That is the game hinting that later we'll find a morning star that not only is quite a good weapon, it acts as a mattock. Those walls sound different when you hit them. Thank you very much, Man. By the way, can you heal my wounds? No, I fire fireballs. That's very handy. I know, isn't it just? Well, let's go and find Skye. Who is Skye? Oh, Skye is a woman with a magical pendant. I think she's the person that can help find the Tree of Mana. Is that so? Curious. Very curious. Why do you ask? Oh, no reason. No reason at all. Let's go and find that mirror, shall we? Alright, let's go find that mirror. And when we come back, folks, we're going to explore the Cave of Marsh and we're going to find that mirror. With the help of Man, a person who just happens to be here. How did he get in here without the bronze key? Maybe he has his own key. Maybe that question will never be answered. Or maybe it will. So I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later. For the exciting adventures of Jim! Throw that axe! It's just not the same if you don't have a sword and can't fly around the screen. It's just not the same. Later.